Good day everyone. We are the group 9 and I am Vryendex and I am the one who will report the section 1 and section 15 of this Republic Act. Our assigned topic will be the Republic Act number 8550 or the an act providing for the development, management, and conservation of the fisheries and aquatic resources, integrating our laws pertinent thereto, and for other purposes. So therefore, this act will be the one will provide development, management, and conservation of all the fishes and aquatic resources in the Philippines. Next, Section 1. This act shall be known as the Philippine Fisheries Code of 1998. Chapter 1. Declaration of Policy and Definitions. Section 2. Declaration of Policy. Letter A. To achieve food security as the overriding consideration in the utilization, management, development, conservation, and protection of fisheries resources in order to provide the food needs of the populations. A flexible policy towards the attainment of food security shall be adopted in response to changes in demographic trends for fish, emerging trends in the trade of fish and aquatic products in domestic and international markets, and the law of supply and demand. So therefore, our country is surrounded with a large bodies of water. So therefore, we always eat fish. So fish is one of our staple food, no? Next to those sell in farms, no, like chicken. Next to chicken. Letter B. To limit access to the fishery aquatic sources of the Philippines for the exclusive use and enjoyment of Filipino citizens. So therefore, only the Filipino citizens shall be the one who will use and enjoy the fisheries and aquatic resources within our territory. Letter C. To ensure the rational and sustainability development, management, and conservation of the fishery and aquatic resources in the Philippines, including the Exclusive Economic Zone or EEZ in the adjacent high seas, consistent with the primordial objective of maintaining a sound ecological balance, protecting and enhancing the quality of the environment. Letter D. To protect the rights of fisherfolk, especially of the local communities, with priority to municipal fisherfolk. In the preferential use of the municipal waters, such preferential use shall be based on but not limited to maximum sustainable yield (MSY) or total allowable catch o TEC on the basis of resources and ecological conditions, and shall be consistent with our commitments under the international treaties and agreements. Letter A. To provide support to the fishery sector, primarily to the municipal fisherfolk, including women and youth sectors, through appropriate technology and research, adequate financial, production, construction of post-harvest facilities, marketing assistance, and other services. The protection of municipal fisherfolk against foreign intrusion shall extend to the offshore fishing grounds. Fish workers shall receive a just share for their labor in the utilization of marine and fishery resources. Letter F. To manage fishery and aquatic resources in a manner consistent with the concept of an integrated coastal area management and specific natural fisheries management areas, appropriately supported by research, technical services, and guidance provided by the state. And letter G. To grant the private sector the privilege to utilize fishery resources under the basic concept that the grantee, licensee, or the permittee thereof shall not only be a privileged beneficiary of the state, but also active participant and partner of the government in the sustainable development, management, conservation, and protection of the fishery and aquatic resources. So therefore, the government and the private should be work together in order to have a sustainable development of our aquatic resources. The state shall ensure the attainment of following objectives of the fishery sector. Number 1, conservation, i-preserved. Protection, i-protektahan nato ang atong fish and aquatic resources. And sustain, i-sustain. That's so that it will not be instinct o extinct o mawala. Management of the country's fishery and aquatic resources. Number 2, poverty alleviation and the provision of supplementary livelihood among municipal fisher folk. No, so therefore the government will give a job that will support the livelihood of the fisher folks. Number 3, improvement of productivity of aquaculture within ecological limits. Number 4, optimal utilization of offshore and deep sea resources and upgrading of post-harvest technology. Next is Section 3, application of its provision. Letter A, all Philippine waters, including other waters over with the Philippines, has sovereignty and jurisdiction in the country's 200 nautical mile or the exclusive economic zone or EEZ in the continental itself. Letter B, all aquatic and fish resources, whether inland, coastal, or offshore fishing areas, including but not limited to fish ponds, fish pens, cages, and C, all lands devoted to the aquaculture or businesses in activity relating to fishery, whether public or private. So therefore, this is the application. This is where the law should be implemented, no, on all Philippine waters. These are the where our jurisdiction of the Philippines, no. The red line is the international treaty limits, no. The less red is the Kalayaan claim or the Sprat list. The deep blue is the archipelagic waters of our country. In the light blue is the territorial sea. In the lightest blue is the exclusive economic zone or EEZ. Therefore, the Scarborough Shoal is ours. It includes on our exclusive economic zone or EEZ. So that is our territory, and we should protect it, and all of the resources found on that area is ours, not for the Chinese people. Section 4, the definition of terms as used in this code. The following terms and phrases means as follows. Ancillary industries. No, these are the firms or companies related to the supply, constructions, and maintenance of fishing vessels, gears, nets, and other fishing paraphernalia, fishery machine shops, and other facilities such as hatcheries, nurseries, feed plants, cold storage and refrigeration, processing plants, and other pre-harvest and post-harvest facilities. Number 2, appropriate fishing technology. Adaptable technology both in fishing and ancillary industries that is ecological sound, locally source-based, and labor extensive. So therefore, when fishing, you should use appropriate fishing. Do not use those destructive fishing like dynamite fishing. No, those are very destructive to our corals. Number 3, aquaculture. Fishery operations involving all forms of raising and culturing fish in other fishery species in fresh, brackish, and marine water areas. So therefore, these are the fish ponds, no? As you can see, excuse me po, there are fish ponds, for example, tilapia, halwan, bangus, no, shrimp, no. Those are the fishes that may be cultured. Number 4, aquatic pollution. I will not read this all the meaning. I will just summarize it. Aquatic pollution is the outside waste, no, from the human or the machine that goes to the water. An example of this, petroleum or other toxic materials that maybe, no, affect the water and kill the fishes or marines living on that particular affected water, no. 6, number 5 is aquatic resources. Aquatic resources includes fish or aquatic flora and fauna and other living sources of the aquatic environment, including but not limited to salt and corals. Number 6, artificial reefs in structure of natural or man-made materials placed on body of water, shelter, habitat, source of food, breeding. No? The example of artificial reefs are the wheels, no, rubber wheels. Those are the common, no, artificial reefs used by the people. No? 7, catch ceilings. Ceilings refer to the annual catch limits allowed to be taken, gathered, or harvested from any fishing area in consideration to prevent overfishing and hamper the devolution of breeding stocks of aquatic organisms. No, this is very important to have a catch ceilings because you should limit the fish catch of the fisher folk because it may be overfishing and no fish will be left to the next generation. No? Number 8, close season, the period during which the taking of seafood fisheries specified species by a specified fishing gear is prohibited in specific area or areas in Philippines water. No? For example, like in Dipolog City, some seasons the government doesn't allow to catch tuloy. No? Catch tuloy. Number 9, coastal area or zone is a band of dry land and adjacent ocean space, water, and submerged land in which terrestrial process and uses directly affect oceanic processes and uses, and vice versa. Its geographic extent may include areas within the landmark. No? These are the coastal area, no, from the, for example, Boulevard. Limit of 200 meters, isobad, coral reefs. No, these are the coastal area, 200 meters from the coastal area. 10, commercial fishing, the taking of fishery species by passive or active gear for trade, business, and profit beyond subsistence sports fishing to be further classified as. No, commercial fishing, this is it uses a big ships, no, big fishing vessels. For example, the one who catch sardines, a ton of sardines, the mega sardines, no, they have a fishing vessel which is very large and uses active gear, no, to catch large tons of sardines. Number 1 is small scale commercial fishing. Fishing passive active gear fishing 3 to 1 gross tons, GT up to 20 to GT. Small scale, that is only small. Next is medium scale fishing, utilizing active gears in vessels. Large commercial fishing, this one I've told to you, the mega sardines, no, fishing vessel. Number 11, commercial scale, a scheme of producing a minimum harvest per hectare per year of milk fish or other species including those raised in pens, cages, and tanks to be determined by the department in consultation with the concerned sectors. No, these are the fish, the minimum harvest per hectare of the milk fish. When you say milk fish, is the bangus or other species, no, those raised. No, some examples of raised fish is the tilapia, shrimp, crabs. No. Number 2, coral. Coral is made of skeletal of marine concept polyps with ribs. No. Coral is where the fish breeds. No, where the fish breeds. It is very important. 13, coral reef, a natural glacier of coral skeleton with or without living coral polyps occurring interdental in subterranean marine waters. No, it's the same with the coral. No, coral is the general term. 14, demarcated areas, boundaries defined by markers and assigned exclusive to specific individuals or organizations for certain specified and limited such as. No, there are every part of the areas. So you'll have equal, for example, the mega sardines, no, they will be fishing on the far water, no, where that's their area because there are a lot of sardines there. Example is aquaculture, sea ranching, and sea farming, fish aggregating devices, fixed passive fishing gears. 15, department shall mean the Department of Agriculture, no, as we all know, we didn't know the Department of Culture, agriculture. 16, electrofishing, the use of related batteries, no, these are the use of electrofishing, it is illegal. No, usually we can see it during the hot season, no, where we can see people with wires and batteries in their back, and they putting the long stainless to the water, and the fish will float. 17. Endangered the rare and threatened species, aquatic plants, animals, varieties of corals, no? We have also a endangered rare or threatened species that should be protected as the Department of Environment Natural Resources mentioned. 18. Exclusive Economic Zone. This is the beyond 200 nautical miles from the baseline as defined under existing laws. 19. Farm Seed of Fisheries, Aquatic Resources Management Councils. No, these are the councils. 20. Farm to Market Road. These are the roads created from the port to the market. So, it is very easy to travel. Fine mesh net. With fine mesh net than 3 centimeter measured between two opposite. No, these are the net that illegal. No, we have the net that is almost no, all of the small fishes will be caught, and that is not good because you must make it grow the fish so that it will produce another fish. So you must not catch all fishes because some fish need to grow. 23. Fish cage refers to an enclosure which is either stationary or floating, made of nets or screens, sewn or fastened together and installed in the water with opening at the surface, or covered and held in a place by wooden bamboo posts or various types of anchors and floats. Fish coral o backlad. A stationary bear trap or capture fish consisting rows of bamboos, sticks, plastic nets. Backlad is the floating is like a floating device made of bamboo, and where the fishes go under, magpasilong sa init, go under, and the fisherman will be surrounding the that area, no, because there are a lot of fish there. 25. Fish fingerlings are staged in the life of fish, measuring to about 6 to 30 cm depending on the species. No, these are the fingerlings, no? Magagmang isda. 26. Fish fry, stage which fish has been hatched, usually size. These are the hatched fish na gikan sa itlog mo na sang gikan isda, the fish from the egg, and it will hatch already. Very, very small. Fish pen are artificial enclosure constructed in the body of water for culturing fish and fishery aquatic resources made up of poles closely arranged in an enclosure with wooden materials, screen or nylon netting to prevent escape of fish. Now, fish pen, these are usually we can find it in culturing fish, like fish pan. As we can see, there are a lot of bamboo, no stand, and there are nets surrounding it. 28. Pressure poke is people directly, no, itawaging mangingisda. Fisher poke, mangingisda sa Tagalog. 29. Pressure poke cooperative, no, they have also cooperative. That's why it's very important. 30. Pressure poke organization, no, every pressure poke should have also an organization so that they will be put a certain rules of their members or organization in order to protect our aquatic resources. Fisheries refers to all activities to the act of business of fishing, culturing, preserving, and processing, marketing. 32. Fish pond, a land-based facility include with earth or stone material to impound water for growing fish. No, fish pond. We can also we can say fish pond in the between the salt water and the fresh water. No, we can see shrimps there, like it was a massive like a swimming pool. 33. Fishing boat gear license, a permit to operate specific types of fishing boat gear for specific duration in areas beyond municipal waters fishery fishing boat. Every fishing boat should have a permit to operate on that particular area. 34. Fishery management areas ay bagay with detailed for fishery resource. Lot 35. Fishery operator, one who owns and provides the means including land, labor, capital, no? These are the owner or the fishery operator, tag-iya sa fishing vessel. Fishery refuge in sanctuaries, a design area which fish or farms activities may be damaged, ecosystem is prohibited, in human access may be restricted. These are the sanctuaries where the fishes breeds and magpadaghan, magparami. 37. Fishery reserve, and this area where activities are regulated and set aside for educational and research purposes. 38. Fishery species, all aquatic flora and fauna including but restricted to fish, algae, resident mollusks. 39. Fishing, the taking of fishery species from their wild state of habitat. 40. Fishing gear, any instrument or device and is necessary utilized in taking fish in other fishery species. Active fishing gear is a fishing device characterized by gear movement, by towing, lifting, and pushing the gears around, covering, dredging, pumping, carrying the sacred fish to impound, such as these are the sometimes active fishing gear is very destructive because it will include the coral sometimes, no, and the fishes which is illegal to catch. Letter B, passive fishing gear characterized by absence of gear movements. These are only the normal, like the hook, pumasaw lang sila, o gamit lang fish traps, itong mga net, no? Simple lang nila makuha nga isda, dili. Unlike sa active fishing gear, tons of fishes will be caught. It will also include those are the endangered species. Next is the 41. Fishing vessel, any boat or ship or other watercraft equipped to be used for taking of fishery species or aiding or assisting one or more vessels in the performance of any activity relating to fishing, including but not limited to preservation, supply, storage, refrigeration, transportation, or processing. Fishing vessel is any boat or ship. Fishing with explosives, no, these are the use of dynamite. No, it is very destructive to our coral reefs, also to fish, because they will be killed by the impact, no. 43. Fishing with noxious or poisonous substance, no, gamit og mga poisonous, sodium cyanide or cyanide compounds which is very harmful or possible harmful or harmless to human beings, no, will kill. So, therefore, when we eat poisoned fishes, no, humans may be harmful or harmless to it. Depends on the poison use. 44. Fish worker, a person regularly not regularly employed in course fishing in related industries, no, fish worker. For example, in sardines, no, sardines, there are a lot of fish worker there, from canning to cleaning fish. No? 45. Food security refers to any plan, policy, or strategy aimed at ensuring adequate supplies of appropriate food at affordable prices. Food security may be achieved through self-sufficiency, ensuring adequate food supply. No? We should have a food security, especially in especially the fish, because we have a lot of consumption of fish. Next is 46. Foreshore land, a string of land margining a body of water, the part of seashore between the low water line, usually the sea margin of low tide, terrace in the upper of wave fast, high tide usually marked by beach scarp and or beam. A string of land margining the body of water. Now this is the line where when the low water hunas, di mo taob, nasa sign 47. Fully developed fish pond area, a clean, leveled area enclosed by dikes, at least 1 foot higher than the highest flood water in the locality. Strong. These are the fully developed fish pond, no? Gigastuan. 48. Gross tonnage. Gross tonnage includes the underdeck tonnage permitted to include species above the tonnage deck, except for certain exemption, vessels close. 49. Inland fishery. 49. Inland fishery, the freshwater fishery, brackish fish ponds. 50. Lake. Balotani, an inland body of water, expanded part of a river. 51. Limited access, a fishery preservation system of equitable resource allocation established by the law to the fishery rights granting and licensing procedure as provided by this code. 52. Mangroves, a community of endangered plants. No, manino ito makitaan sa kilid sa, we can see on the kilid sa shore of the sea, the water. This will the one who protects the land from water surge. No, it will protect. Next is 53. Maximum sustainability yield, MSY, is the largest average quantity of fish that can be harvested from a fish stocks resource with a period of time. Now, these are the maximum. No, we have minimum, we have also maximum. Muna yung maximum na nimo nga madakop sulod sa usa ka period. For example, sa 1 month you only have a 1 tons maximum to fish to catch. Next is migratory species, refers to any fishery species which in the course of their life could travel from wastewater to marine water, vice versa, or any maritime fish travel over the distance sample marine part variable to survival. Example na ni migratory species is the salmon. No, as you can see, those red salmon na from the salt water, they will go up to the fresh water and they will breed and eventually they will die. No, the anadromous species, my species migrate to freshwater areas to spawn. No, this the example of this, the salmon. Anadromous freshwater species which migrate to the marine areas to spawn. No, is also the same one species. Monitoring, control, and surveillance. Monitoring the requirement of continuously observing fishing effort with express. No, they monitor. You also control the conditions, regulations. The sea surveillance. We have a patrol, no, Coast Guard patrol to surveillance the fisher folks. 56. Municipal fisher folk. We have city, we have municipal. Municipal is folks. They are really called municipal. Municipal fishing refers to fishing within municipal waters. No, municipal waters. Municipal waters include not only streams, lakes, inlands, bodies of water, and tidal waters within the municipality, which are not included within the protected area as defined under the Public Act number 5586, the NIPAS law. Public forests, timberlands, forest reserves, fisheries, but also marine waters, including between two lines to perpendicular to the general coastline from points where the boundary lines of the municipal touch the sea at low tide, and a third line parallel with the general coastline, including offshore islands, and 15 kilometers from such coastline, where two municipalities are situated opposing shores, at least than 30 kilometers marine waters between them. The third lines are equal distant but opposite shore of the respective. No, example is this municipal water sa katapat ang duha ka the pitan and the polog, so therefore there will be a 30 kilometers waters between them. No, dapat from the shoreline there must be 30 kilometers. 59. Non-governmental organizations, NGO, an agency, institution, foundation, or group of person purpose is to assist people. Non-government, when you say non-government, it is not part of the government. 60. Payaw, a fish aggregating device consisting of a floating raft anchored by weight line with a suspended material such as palm pras or projects calling common fish in deep waters. 61. Farmless, public water slaves for purpose producing cultured pearls, mga perlas. no, mga perlas. 62, people's organization, a bona fide association of citizens with demonstrate capacity to promote the public interest and with undefeatable leadership, members, and structure. Its members belong to a sector so voluntary band themselves together. These are the people, no, the people who has organized themselves to promote the public interest, no, to preserve the fishes. 63 person. We also have natural person and juridical person, and we also have person. 64 Philippine waters includes all bodies of water Philippine territory. We also know that post-harvesting facilities include but limited to fish port, fish landing, ice plants, and cold storage fish processing plants. Now these are after catching. They be the one who will receive. No, especially ice plants is very important to maintain the freshness of the fish. 66. Persosini, a form of insectling net having a line at the bottom passing through rings attached to the net, which can be drawn or pursued. In general, the net is set from a boat or piece of boats around the school of fish. The bottom of the net is pulled close to the purse line. The net or boats until the fish are concentrated that band or fish back. 67. Resource rent. The difference between the value of the products produced from harvesting a publicly owned resource less the cost of producing it, where cost includes the normal return to the capital and the normal return to labor. Next is 68. Sea farming, a stocking of natural or hatchery produced marine plants or animals under controlled conditions for purposes of rearing and harvesting, but not limited to commercial important fishes, mollusks such as pearl and giant clam culture. 69. Sea ranching, the release of young of fishery raised in hatcheries in natural bodies of water to propagate harvest maturity. Mo ni ang pagbuhi og mga fishes, no, gikan sa fingerlings, hatch na sila, gibutang sa dagat sa water para mas munagko and eventually breeds. 70. Secretary. No, there will be Secretary of the Department of Agriculture. 71. Super light. When we say super light, is also called magic light. These are the lights used by the fishing vessel to attract fishes. No, it is illegal because it will destroy the water because it is very bright. No, the fish will attract to the light and then eventually catch. Total available catch o TIC, the maximum harvest allowed to be taken during a given period of time from any fishery area or any fishery species or group of fishery species or a combination of area and species, and normally would not exceed the MYC or the maximum sustainable yield or MSY. Next is 73. Troll, an active fishing gear consisting of a bag-shaped net with or without other boards to open its opening, which drag or towed along the bottom or through the water column to take fishery species by straining them from the water, including operation modification of trolls, bottom, mid-water, and baby trolls and tow nets. Chapter 2. Utilization, Management, Development, Conservation, and Allocation System of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources. Section 5. Use of Philippine waters. The use and exploitation of the fishery and aquatic sources in Philippine waters shall be reserved exclusively to Filipinos, provided however that trade service activities, no, the Filipino people should be the one who will enjoy and use the fishes found on our Philippine waters. Next, Section 6. Fish and other fishery care charges. Mga bayro nun, mga charges. The rentals for fishpan areas covered by fishpan lease agreement FLA. A licensed fees of commercial fishing boats licensed CFLB shall be set to the levels to reflect the rent accruing portion of na mga bayro nun. Mukhan ka o pa-license ka sa mong bangka na kay bayad. Section 7. Access to fishery resources. The department shall issue as number of license permits of conduct of fishery activities, limit of MIC, sustainable, no, as we know, no, mga fishing vessel na sila mga number no, na sila yung mga licenses or permits to fish on that particular area. Section 8, I8 catch sailing limitations. We also have secretary also provide limitations to on what's how many fish will be caught this particular month or year. Section 9, establishment of closed season. Also, the secretary may also declare closed season notice at least 2 newspapers of general circulation or in public service announcement where is applicable at least 5 days before the declaration a closed season in any or all Philippine waters outside the boundary of municipal waters. Next is Section 10, introduction of foreign aquatic species. No foreign finfish, mollusks, crustacean, or aquatic plants shall be introduced in Philippine waters with a sound ecological, biological, environmental justification based on scientific studies subdued by scientific. No, where sadly our country has a lot of foreign aquatic species that destroy the natural correlation. Example, the I forgot the name of the fish, but it is like a janitor fish and is very dark and it kills all the small species there. Also, the big fish will be killed. So that's why it is very destructive. Section 11, protection of rare, threatened, and endangered species. The department shall declare closed seasons and take conservation and repetition measure for rare, threatened, and endangered species. No, we also a lot of endangered, threatened, and protection of rare species in our country. So therefore, when the government found out that you catch a rare or threatened or endangered species, and you will be penalized. Section 12, environmental impact statement or EIS. All government agencies as well as private corporations, firms, and entities who intended to undertake activities or projects which will affect the quality of the environment shall be required to prepare a detailed environmental impact statement or EIC prior to the undertaking such development activity. The preparation of the EIC shall form an integral part of the interplanning process pursuant to the provisions of the Presidential Decree number 1586 as well as its implementing rules and regulations. Section 13, Environmental Compliance Certificate or EEC. All environmental impact statement EIC shall be submitted to the Department of Environment and Natural Resources or DENR for review and evaluation. No person, natural or juridical, shall undertake any development project without first securing an environmental compliance certificate EEC from the Secretary of DENR. So therefore, ECC is a must to be to compliance, no? Mukuha juga aning EEC aya ka mukuan o securing environment EEC from the DENR. Section 14, monitoring, control, and surveillance of Philippine waters. A monitoring, control, and surveillance bureau shall be established by the Department of Coordination with the LGU, FRMC, the private sector, and the agencies concerned to issue the aquatic Philippine resources, no? The agencies concerned, this is the Philippine National Police Maritime, the Coast Guard, the Philippine Navy. Section 15, auxiliary invoices. All fish and fishery products must have an auxiliary invoice to be issued by the AGLUs or their duly authorized representatives prior to their transport from their point of origin to their point of destination in the Philippines and or export purposes upon payment of a fee to be determined by the LGUs to defray administrative costs. Therefore, so therefore, na sila resibo, no? Asa gikan, asa nakuha ni isda, o asa ang destination nani, either it be exported to other countries. And that's all for my topic, no? Section 1 to Section 15. I hope you understand that next done and that all my report. Thank you everyone for listening.